Okay, don't come to me for technical advice. I'm 10 minutes late. Sorry. Anyways, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you a quick overview of how to paint wine bottles so that you want to come to the party on Saturday. I'm sure you've seen some of my posts of some of these other ones. This is a Halloween scene, and it's obviously more impressive with the lighted cork. And sometimes, depending on the effect you want, whether you want a colored bottle or a clear bottle, that would make a difference in the end result. But there's that one, and this one with lettering. Now, my point for doing this is so that you can see that it's not really difficult to do, and honestly, anybody can do it. And you can do it with some cheating techniques. There's a spider on here with glitter too. Don't know if you can see him, but in the daylight you can see him. Lighting's bad in here, so I apologize for that. But and I very quickly did this one. And is it childlike and cheesy? Yes, it is. But the point is, it covers all of the different techniques that you can use to create something with brush strokes. And personally, I like cheating with a Q-tip and to make dots. That's a real easy thing to do. And so I did a turkey because Thanksgiving's coming up. And I started a snowman. And yes, his eyes are a little messed up because I literally just did this now, and I should have waited for it to be a little bit drier before I put the black in. But that's that. So I'm gonna actually demonstrate on this bottle how you do it. The first thing that you have to do is drink the wine. You take after you take the label off and everything, and make sure that you don't feel anything else on the bottle. If you come to the paint party, this will all be done for you, but I'm just showing you what you need to do. Rubbing alcohol, you have to go over it with rubbing alcohol because that helps the paint to definitely stick. When every place you touch it, there's oil on your fingers, so the paint won't stick. And the paint that we use can go in the oven, and it's actually dishwasher safe. However, if you use the paint markers, they are not. But I'm thinking not many people are going to want to put these wine bottles in the dishwasher. It's more or less just a gift or a display thing. And you could possibly spray it with something. Also, after painting any of these, you very able to put gems or whatever. You can even put glitter on here, but with a hot glue gun, you can go ahead and after the party or after all the glue dries, you can put glue gems on here. Obviously, that's not gonna, I can't guarantee that'll stay if you put that in a dishwasher, but again, this is just a novelty thing. It's just something that's for display. And maybe they make great hostess gifts, but in any case. So let's see, with Halloween coming and Thanksgiving, probably do a pumpkin. And you might say, oh, I don't know, I'm not an artist, I can't paint. I'm going to do this for you real quick. And again, even if you think, oh, I'm not an artist, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to show you little tricks, and I can show you little tricks that can help you cheat your way around it. Now you can see that this paintbrush already has some green on it because I literally threw all this stuff on here real quick. But you don't want to go over it too many times because you can see the brush strokes. So it's going to be a pretty translucent look that looks very primitive, but it'll work for now. You have your base coat. Obviously you want to let that dry for a little bit. With a thinner brush, and again, I can get into more details if you're at the party, but you get a darker color, and it doesn't matter if you're going to go in there while it's wet, it's going to take some of the paint off, which will give you another effect in and of itself. And whether you know how to paint or not, there's so many ways to fake your way around this. You put shadows and highlights. I put the dark. Now, I'd go in with some light to give it dimension, even though it's a cartoony kind of whimsical thing. That's okay. And ideally you should let this dry, the first coat, before you go in with and add more highlights or shadows. Okay, we're going to give it a stem. And I'm going to use one of the paint markers so you can see how that works. But again, the paint markers, I can't guarantee that they will stay if you put them in the dishwasher. Matter of fact, I can guarantee they won't stay if you put them in the dishwasher. Okay, again, pretty primitive, but you know. And here's the cool thing. People who are intimidated, it's not a big deal, because if you don't like that, oh my God, it's just paint and it's still wet. You can wipe it right off, okay? So there's no need for people to get all worked up. Oh my God, I'm not an artist, or I don't know how to do this, because so you wipe it off, and you, or if, oh, you know what, that's not the way I wanted it to be, so you add thickness to it. There's, I mean, you can, if you make a mistake, you can add to it and change it. But glass is tricky because obviously on the bottles it's rounded. So, okay, so there's that. So you're not going to get exactly what you, if you were painting on a canvas, it would be different. But on the bottle, it's a little bit curved, so it's different. So I'm going to cut straight to the other techniques if you claim that you can't do any of these things here. I have Q-tips, and I have other little sponges that you can cheat with, which is what I tried to cheat with the snowman with, but he ended up looking a little distorted. But I'll try another one. Actually, I'm just going to do one circle. I'm not going to do the snowman, just so you can see the size of it. At one paint party, I had a lady use this particular one to do sunflowers. Actually, that's what I should have done for you. You know what? I don't want white, but I'm going to go over it with yellow. Yes, there's other paint in there. No big deal. Not a big deal. I really want that to be brown in the center, but that's okay, because I'm going to let that, once you let it dry, it's okay, because then you have some texture to it. And I don't, some of you might have done toll painting. I don't want to poo-poo on that, but you don't have to have any specific painting training or techniques. Just, I can teach you some easy ways to cheat. Look, I'm doing this very effortlessly. It's not the Sistine Chapel, so it's not a big deal. Okay, that's real quick. Now I'm going to go back in with brown for the center. I see people are commenting, but I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see what anybody's saying. Okay, it's very off kilter, but again, it's a pretty cool look. Now, one really cool way to add dimension is with the Q-tips, because now I'm going to go in with black is what I'm going to do. This really should be dry, but you know, time being what it is. You go in with little circles. You have to go in a couple times and dot it. And again, if you let this dry, it would work a lot nicer. I'm cheating a little bit just for the sake of time. So again, once that's dry, you could go in with and continue with these little circles from the Q-tip. That takes no skill whatsoever. I mean, you just go in with a Q-tip. Okay? And another little trick is to add shadows to things. So maybe add a little bit of brown or green to the brush and go onto the side of one of the leaves. And right away it takes it from something flat to something that's popping. It looks a little more dimensional. If you were doing toll painting, you would do that all in one step, but I don't do toll painting. This is not that I'm against it, I like to have the freedom to go back and change things as I like to. Okay, so there's a very primitive sunflower. The other thing is, same as the other little circle, these little, if you can find anything, a sponge, any size shape that you want, if you can get paint to stick to it, use that. I mean, it's not a big deal. And maybe you think, oh, I really don't want to get into painting something because my hand's not steady. Then do something very graphic and just do circles. So I'm going to put some of these in here. I don't have oh yes, I do have a clean one. Let's see, orange is another good color. Okay. Let's see, and then again, I'll show you again with the Q-tip. Let me see, I want a fall color. So I'll go in with brown. There's really no need to be intimidated by this. Yes, I went to art school, but that's not what makes me an artist. I mean, anybody can be an artist. Now that's a little bit difficult to see on there, I think, with the brown. But basically that's the gist. I'm trying to keep this short and sweet. The point is, once these are all done, you stick the lights in them, and even if you don't like it, you can scrape it all off with alcohol and do it again. But you put the lights in them, and it really makes it pop, and it's a pretty cool thing. There's many other techniques that I could show you, but I want you to come to the party so I can show you. And I have no idea what color these lights are. There we go. These are multicolor, which is not exactly a fall thing, but so there you have that. So really, I mean, I don't know how long I've been doing this, but it really didn't take that long. And so that's that. So the party is Saturday, the 20th, 1 to 3 at Cecil American Legion, if anybody wants to come. Check my site, my Facebook page, because I have other parties. And if you just message me, I can tell you the times and make sure that you're signed up for them. Usually it requires a deposit to secure your spot. But as long as you message me for Saturday, I can get you in. But I need to know, because these bottles need to be cleaned and prepped. I have so many prepped, but I have a lot of last minute people, so it's helpful if I know ahead of time. So that's that. Thank you, and I hope that people paint wine bottles or come to the party on Saturday. Okay, bye.